Good Wednesday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top news stories, let's take a quick look outside our weather window and a little bit of everything today. We saw crystal clear skies for most of our morning with bright, beautiful sunshine, and then the clouds began to roll in around noon or so. But look at this beautiful shot from Jump Off Ridge. You can see Wenatchee Heights in our cross camera in the middle of your screen, and of course the Wenatchee Valley down below. Lots of clouds out there, as I mentioned, mid-level clouds and even some high clouds, a little bit of blue sky too, making for just a beautiful shot this afternoon. And for the next 5 days, here's what we can expect. Today, in the upper 70s, we pretty much got there. A little bit warmer for our Thursday, a cool down for Friday and for Saturday, a little bit breezy on Friday. Saturday, not bad. And then Sunday, it looks like a wet one with temperatures dropping down for highs only into the 60s. And we will talk much more weather coming up a little bit later on. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. Wenatchee police are still looking for a second suspect in the robbery of Ernie's Grocery in Wenatchee. You can add sinkholes to the problems caused by recent heavy rains. And those heavy rains that deluged much of north central Washington the past few days also caused havoc with several Forest Service roads. But first, we begin tonight. A Chelan County judge has delayed sentencing for an 80-year-old child molester who's already waited 2 months since his conviction. Michael Dietering of Manson sexually abused a girl 20 years ago, starting when she was just 8 years old. A jury convicted him back in July, and he was due to be sentenced on Monday, but a court-ordered sex offender evaluation was not completed in time. Judge Leslie Allen said if she passed sentence without the report on hand, Dietering could probably reverse it on appeal. Prosecutors want Dietering to spend 15 years in prison. If Allen allows a therapeutic sentencing alternative, he could serve as little as 1 year plus psychiatric treatment. Well, 1 week after an arrest was made in the robbery of Ernie's Market in Wenatchee, police are still seeking a second suspect. 2 masked males robbed a store clerk at gunpoint on August 30th, making off with $763 in cash. Wenatchee police arrested one suspect, a 16-year-old, on September 3rd. But Police Captain Edgar Reinfeld said Wednesday the second masked robber is still being sought. Both were caught on video during the crime. The youth suspect is due to be arraigned on September 24th. Well, you can add sinkholes to the problems caused by recent heavy rains. Chelan County Public Works says there are 2 new sinkholes in the Birch Mountain Road area north of Wenatchee. A sinkhole on Birch Mountain Road just north of Red Fern Road has a traffic revision in place advising motorists to stay to the right when driving through. Another sinkhole near East Peters Street is taking up the northbound lane, reducing traffic to 1 lane. Motorists are advised to drive through those areas with great caution. Well, those heavy rains that deluged much of north central Washington the past few days also caused havoc with several Forest Service roads. Debris flows have covered 3 different places on Twist River Road, about 16 miles west of Twist, near the Slate Creek trailhead. Barricades are in place at both ends of the landslides. Removing the debris will require heavy equipment that isn't expected to arrive until next week. There also is a small slide on Harts Pass Road. Crews were able to clear much of it, but with the slide still active, the Okanagan-Wenatchee National Forest recommends not using that roadway. Coming up next, 2 Wenatchee Valley orchard companies are among those suing the federal government to stop a 97-cent jump in workers' wages. If you're looking for an affordable place to live, invest in a home, Afreda should be on your radar. We'll tell you why. And the annual Color Rush 5K fun run scheduled for this Sunday has been postponed until May. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Some jobs take more than skill. They require something deeper, an innate devotion to the communities in which we live. At Gisa Credit Union, we help you support law enforcement, firefighters, teachers, and veterans. With every purchase you make with a Gisa Local Heroes Affinity debit card, we make a donation to select organizations. After all, we can never repay them, but we can do our best to help a little. with the Giza Local Heroes Affinity Debit Card.
Being able to support yourself and your family is an important part of who we are. We all need to know we're able to provide ourselves with a secure future. Some job seekers have a harder time finding work. That's why Goodwill's Employment Connection Center is here, a free walk-in job search assistance program designed to help people find work. When you shop at or donate to Goodwill, you're really being a job creator. Make plans to attend the August 30th grand opening of the all-new Goodwill on Columbia Center Boulevard in Kennewick.
Hi, I'm Ricardo, and this is Amanda, and we are from Impact Auto Sales.
Where you can expect a hassle-free car buying experience. With our wide selection of used cars, trucks, and SUVs, let one of our friendly sales staff help you find the vehicle that fits your lifestyle. We have financing available for all credit types and great low rates for first-time buyers. Call us today at 888-8000 or stop by 3522 State Highway 97A in Wenatchee. Impact Auto Sales, where we strive to make an impact on your life and not your wallet.
Coming home should never be a chore. Let Mary Maids of Wenatchee customize all your cleaning needs. Weekly, bi-weekly, special occasion. Do you have a vacation home that needs cleaning? We clean them too. Locally owned and operated, let Mary Maids do the cleaning while you focus on your family and friends. Mary Maids has special offers to fit your budget. Request your free cleaning estimate today. 509-663-1710.
Welcome back. In another news, 2 Wenatchee Valley orchard companies are among those suing the federal government to stop a 97-cent jump in workers' wages. McDougall & Sons and Columbia Fruit Packers say the Department of Labor used a faulty calculation to set the new pay rate, which was put in place on short notice back in July. 3 Washington farms filed the lawsuit last week in Eastern District Federal Court, asking a judge to freeze wages in place until their case is heard. They say the increase will, quote, create an unsustainable increase in labor costs for the 2019 apple harvesting season and into the future, unquote. Well, if you're looking for an affordable place to invest in a home, Ephrata should be on your radar. That's according to the website Smart Asset, which listed Ephrata as the most affordable place to purchase a home in all of Washington state. To find the most affordable places to buy a home, Smart Asset took a holistic approach, considering closing costs, real estate taxes, homeowners insurance, and mortgage rates in its analysis. The average annual monthly mortgage payment in Ephrata came out to only $568 a month, with an affordability index of 45.02. Quincy was 6th on the list on Smart Assets list, with an affordability index of 41.73. West Richland, Findlay, and Union Gap are also in the top 5. For more on this survey, go to our website at NCWLIFE.com. Well, the annual Color Rush 5K fun run scheduled for this Sunday has been postponed until May. The Youth United event ran into difficulties with its new route on the Apple Capitol Loop Trail that included portions of the run not being handicapped accessible. Student United Way President Eduardo Mata said diversity and inclusion is part of the organization's values, so excluding wheelchairs or strollers was unacceptable. The date of the May run has not yet been determined. The annual fundraising event typically raises more than $10,000 for Youth United programs. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Stay with us.
Arctic Refrigeration and Heating has been serving North Central Washington for 34 years. Arctic provides the finest heating and cooling air quality products for residential and commercial customers, along with prompt and professional customer service. Arctic also offers specialty services like custom sheet metal fabrication of ductwork, coil cleaning, as well as planned fall and spring maintenance for the overall well-being of your system. Arctic is available for emergency calls 24/7. Call Arctic Refrigeration and Heating for your heating and cooling needs.
If you want to work in IT, here's a tip. Employers value IT certifications. 91% say they play a key role in hiring. 72% require them for certain job openings. Improve your odds of getting the job. Enroll in the Computer Networking Systems program at Charter College. In 14 months, you could earn an associate degree and 6 IT certifications. Get started at chartercollege.edu/IT, where we work to get you to work.
AC Checker has new owners who put customer service first. When you have to get there on time, call fast, friendly, reliable AC Checker, 663-TAXI. AC Checker has the industry's only on-time or it's free guarantee. Conditions apply. Call AC Checker, 663-TAXI to schedule your cab or schedule online at acchecker.com. Call American Classic Taxi, 663-TAXI. That's 663-8294.
Are you watching me? If you're watching me and you are a business owner in North Central Washington, your potential customers could be seeing your TV commercial right now. With Solely on Broadcasting, TV advertising is effective and affordable. Place your ads on the network best suited to your potential customers or get top-of-mind awareness with 16 cable networks, including NCWLIFE, your local TV channel. Give Solely on Broadcasting a call at 888-2020 today to see how easy and affordable it is to advertise on TV.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. In tonight's feature story, Kashmir's Riverside Center hosted a huge crowd for the annual 9/11 remembrance. NCWLIFE's Steve Hare was there and has more.
The event marking the 18th anniversary of the 9/11-2001 terrorist attacks was well attended, with an estimated 400 people turning out in beautiful sunshine under a large American flag hung between 2 ladder trucks from Kashmir and Leavenworth fire departments. Ceremony is organized by the 9/11 Spirit of America Memorial Foundation, spearheaded by former Chelan County Commissioner Tom Green. He commented on how important the Riverside Center Memorial is as a vivid reminder of that tragic day and as an educational tool for future generations.
But I think it's up to us that have these kinds of memorials to do all we can to connect with younger generations. So now, one thing I'm going to mention today in my little quick talk is that now that we're done with phase 2, we want to do a little bit more interpretive stuff and kiosk, but we've talked for a long time about wanting to connect with the schools, and that may be some grade that we focus on, kind of like what happens with a museum. Even young people are bused up here from Wenatchee and other places for the museum, and why not us too? And then we can brief the kids and read them into the situation so they have some understanding of it. So I think that's going to be our ongoing mission, to me at least.
I think one of the things I took away from 9/11 in the aftermath was the sense of unity that we had in our United States, which we have lost, definitely, over the last few years. And it's a shame that it takes a tragedy such as 9/11 to bring the country together. What's going to, what do you think can bring us back together?
That's right. I think part of that educational piece is letting people know what kind of unity that we had and why it happened. And there's this core thing among the people of the country and even of the world. That was a world event too, not just our United States of America. It happened here, but because of where the U.S. is generally placed with peoples of the world, especially years ago, 18 years ago, it was a world event, world impact event. We've had people, when we were building this last 2 months, we had scores of people here, so we always talk to them, take off with our grubbies while we're building and digging holes or whatever, and talk to people. And
use every opportunity then.
Oh, we absolutely do that. We don't let people not understand the backstory or ask questions and talk to us about it. And it's what motivates us to keep going and to keep doing these sorts of things. But we've had people here from around the world. Not a lot. We've met in the last 4 years. I've met quite a few people on the site that are from other countries. A lot of people are driving through and say the Cascade Loop Drive, and they see the big DOT signs that they put up for us 4 years ago, and then added the annual ceremony sign. I think Becky did that for us 3 years ago at DOT. So I think this is becoming a very significant memorial on the West Coast.
The ceremony marked the completion of Phase 2 of the memorial project, which involved the installation of 3 new exhibits, including a replica of the 2 World Trade Center towers, a granite memorial in the shape of the Pentagon, and another memorial that pays tribute to the victims of the airliner that crashed near Shanksville, Pennsylvania. Steve Hare, NCWLIFE News.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. And before we get to all those details, and there are a lot of details to get to, let's take a beautiful look outside our weather window. And what a great shot today from Jump Off Ridge right here, Wenatchee Heights, our cross camera right about in this vicinity. Wenatchee over here, East Wenatchee here. We did see some mid-level clouds and also some high-level clouds out there today. The clouds really started rolling in late this morning into early afternoon, and then we were partly cloudy for this afternoon. But all in all, it was a beautiful day all across North Central Washington. As far as high temperatures go, we're almost right in the ball game. 78 degrees unofficially our high today. 79 is where we should be for this time of year. Same goes for our low temperature. 53 this morning. 54 is where we should be for a low temperature. Record high, it was a hot one back in 1973 at 94 degrees. 44 our record low, and that was set in 1983. As far as precip, no new precipitation the past 24 hours, and officially since January 1st, we're at 5 inches and 5/100ths of an inch. 6:33 is our sunrise this morning, and the sun sets tonight at 7:21. Let's take a peek at what we can expect for our Thursday forecast and what we can expect. Warmer temperatures for most of us around North Central Washington. In fact, most of us will get into the 80s tomorrow. 82 Moses Lake and Ephrata, 81 for Quincy and Wenatchee, a nice one in Cashmere at 80 degrees, 78 in Leavenworth, Eniat and Chelan, upper 70s to around 80 degrees. One of the cooler spots up north in Omak. Tomorrow's high, a nice 77 degrees. As far as tonight goes in our surface loop, a few clouds out there, though we will see more clouds moving in tonight because of this area of low pressure off the coast of British Columbia. It is swinging some clouds in our way. We are seeing a high pressure area too right here in Idaho, which will slide to the east a little bit, but that's clockwise rotation, and that'll keep most of the clouds away from us for Thursday. We will warm up as well, and then by Thursday night, a little bit windy right here in central Washington, and that'll make for kind of a breezy day on Friday too. Partly cloudy. We'll see winds about 10 to 20 miles an hour here in the Wenatchee area, with gusts maybe around 25, and then things get a little bit wetter as we move into the weekend. Mostly cloudy for Saturday. The shower activity will be late in the day. It'll start off in northwest Washington and then move to the southeast through the state on Saturday into Saturday night, and by Sunday, that's our best chance for a soaking rain. Cloudy skies, a 50% chance for rain showers. Much cooler too, as we're seeing a trough begin to develop, and that allows all that cooler air to funnel in from Canada, and we'll feel it on Sunday and even into our Monday. Mostly cloudy as we begin our next work week. It will be unseasonably cool, a 20% chance for showers, but most of that will move off to the east. And then by Tuesday, back to some beautiful high pressure. We'll see mostly sunny skies and warmer temperatures, at least back to where we should be for this time of year. Let's take a look now at your quick lube and tune 7-day forecast. Tonight we'll drop down to 54 degrees, about like this morning. For Thursday, a little bit of a warm up. In fact, unseasonably warm for Thursday at 81 degrees. Breezy conditions for Friday and partly cloudy at 75. We'll stay at 75 for Saturday, a 30% chance of rain. That is late in the day and into Saturday night. For Sunday, we'll see cloudy skies. Rain is likely, at least a 50% chance of the wet stuff on Sunday. For Monday, mostly cloudy. Rain showers will taper off, but look at the temperatures. Sunday and Monday only in the upper 60s, which is below normal, and will stay below normal on Tuesday with mostly sunny skies. It will warm up somewhat. High temperatures then at 72. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
I'm Tom from Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. At Alpine Air, we think of ourselves as customer service-oriented retailers. When you make an appointment, please visit our store, meet our people, see our shop. We are serious about heating and air conditioning. Carrier and Alpine Air are offering huge factory rebates and financing options for all your needs. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Call for your free replacement estimate. Heat and air, call Alpine Air, 662-6846.
It's estimated that 1/3 of Americans do not have a financial plan. At D.A. Davidson, their advisors are working to change that because they understand the importance of planning for the future. At D.A. Davidson, they believe in partnering together to build a strategy tailored to your needs. They spend the time and have the knowledge to help keep your financial future on track. Let D.A. Davidson Financial Advisors of Wenatchee put the strength of advice to work for you. When you're ready to purchase your next vehicle, make sure you stop by Sangster Motors. They're your locally owned and operated Buick and GMC dealer offering 4 acres of new and quality used inventory. Their philosophy is simple. They offer you the best product at a competitive price, all with impeccable service. Stop in today, have some popcorn or coffee at Gear Up Java, let the kids play, and talk with one of the Sangsters about your next vehicle. You'll find them on the corner of 9th and Miller in Wenatchee or online at sangstermotors.com. Caring about your family is what brings you back to theirs.
I am Dan Coots. This is Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We got news, we got sports, we got weather, we got obscure holiday today in history, birthdays. Those actresses from the 70s that I had a huge crush on: Lindsay Wagner, Jane Russell, Meryl Streep, Barbara Bush. Wanted to wish her a happy birthday. It gave me an excuse to throw her picture up on my show. Exclusive distributors of Life Water, now available in the shatterproof plastic bottle.
Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, mornings at 7 o'clock on the NCWLIFE channel.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Wednesday to you. Kyle Lewis made his Major League debut, a memorable one for the Mariners. And Kyle Seager hit the game-winning home run as Seattle beat Cincinnati 4-3 last night at T-Mobile Park. Lewis's first Major League hit came in the 5th inning and was a home run. How about that? The rookie, who was drafted first by the Mariners in 2016, had his parents in attendance for a special moment last night. Trailing 3-2 in the bottom of the 8th with 2 outs, Seattle's Austin Nola worked a walk and was followed by Seager with a 2-run blast to right field. It was Seager's 16th home run since returning to the lineup July 22nd and helped the Mariners snap a 6-game losing streak in the process. Rookie Justice Sheffield worked 6 solid innings with a no decision. Seattle and Cincinnati battle again tonight. Marco Gonzalez on the mound for Seattle. Sonny Gray going for the Reds. 7:10 start time. Also in the American League West last night, as we check the Les Schwab scoreboard, Tampa Bay tied it in the 8th on a 2-run home run by Austin Meadows and then won it with 2 runs in the top of the 11th, beating Texas 5-3. The Rays continued to lead by a game and a half for the first wild card spot in the American League. They say turnabout is fair play. Oakland experienced that last night in Houston as the A's rebounded from the previous night's 15-0 loss to beat the Astros 21-7. Something's in the air at Minute Maid Park. A lot of home runs, to be exact, with 20 in the last 3 games. Also, a lot of runs. A total of 65 runs have been scored in Houston in the last 3 games. And in Anaheim, Zach Plesac threw a complete game 4-hit shutout as the Indians beat the Angels 8-0. Cleveland still trails Oakland by a half game for the final wildcard spot in the American League. Well, Wenatchee sports legend Rocky Skaliski passed away last week after suffering a massive heart attack in his home. Rocky led the Panther football team to a state championship at quarterback back in 1970 and was a first-team high school All-American. After turning down a football scholarship at Notre Dame, Rocky signed with the Philadelphia Phillies, where he played 6 seasons in their minor league between single A and double A. His lifetime batting average, .261. He had 42 home runs and 290 RBIs. He was named the Sporting News Minor League All-Star 3 times. In honor of Rocky, the Wenatchee football team will have a special ceremony in Friday night's game against Lewiston.
I don't know if kids today realize what an All-American even really is. You know, it's not honored like it used to be. They're very few and far between. And the fact that he could have played football in college, pro baseball is the route he decided to go. I mean, he must have been an outstanding athlete. I've seen a few old black and white films, just kind of a few plays here and there. And he was definitely a guy that anytime he touched the ball, I mean, anytime, whether he was playing quarterback or whatever, catching punts or kicks, he was deadly. He was an incredible athlete. So I'm sure his family's going to miss him dearly. We're going to do some honor him a little bit Friday. We're going to have stickers that say RS and number 12, his number, and I think some of his family members are even going to come talk to our players a little bit about the type of athlete Rocky was.
Panther coach Scott Devereaux says it's the least the team can do to honor a Wenatchee sports legend. Now, as far as the game itself, Friday, Wenatchee hosts Lewiston, and junior quarterback Cameron Sermon says their defense will give them something they've never seen.
The fans will be like, "What are they doing?" But there's a lot of, I think there's a lot of mismatches we can take advantage of, and their zone is not strong. They're a better man team than our zone, which can work to our advantage and sometimes disadvantage because they bring a lot of guys, and we struggle with some protection in that game. So we got to focus on that this week. And but I think ultimately if we just get the ball out quick, which is something they give up, is a quick game. So if we can get the ball out quick, I think we'll have a very successful day.
Wenatchee and Lewiston kick off Friday at Leibofto Field of the Apple Bowl starting at 7 o'clock. Turning to the Les Schwab scoreboard from last night in high school girls prep soccer, the Wenatchee Panthers even their record of 1-1 with a 2-1 road win over Cascade. Cashmere traveled to Ellensburg, fell in an offensive onslaught, 8-6 the final, and Chelan picked up a road win at Liberty Bell, knocking off the Lions 2-1. Here's a reminder what's coming up this week here on the NCWLIFE channel. Eastmont will host Cashmere in a non-league game at 7 o'clock tomorrow. Sebastian Moraga and Matt Wiesen have the play-by-play. Then this weekend, Friday night, we've got football, as you see there. Eastmont hosting Pasco at 7 o'clock. Then on Saturday, Wenatchee Wild and Merritt hockey from last year at 2, followed by last Friday's Mount Si Wenatchee football game at 7. Then on Sunday, Eastmont and Moses Lake girls soccer from last year at 2, followed by playoff hockey from a year ago between Wenatchee and Vernon. That's at 7 o'clock. Well, the Seahawks began practicing in earnest today to prepare for the Steelers in Pittsburgh on Sunday. Coach Pete Carroll says, as always, they seem to provide the toughest challenges year in and year out.
No matter, I don't know, it seems like forever that Pittsburgh State is a classic team. You know, Coach Tomlin, it's Ben, it's this defense. It just has always been pretty much the same, and that it poses all of the problems that you could ever hate to face, and they got it. So I know that they didn't get the first game like they wanted to, but I think that just makes them that much more dangerous. And so we're going to see if we can put together really good preparation and go get it.
Seattle and Pittsburgh kick off on Fox Sunday at 10 a.m. That's a look at sports news real quickly. On this September 11th, a lot of people remember this day for the tragedy that struck in 2001. I would like to think of it as a happy day because my daughter Gracie was born on this date back in 1998. Happy 21st birthday to my daughter Gracie. Grant, back to you.
Thank you, Eric. And it is a happy day. Happy birthday, Gracie. And finally tonight, if you watch the TV show Axemen on the History Channel, you can expect to see a familiar face on this week's episode. Washington State Commissioner of Public Lands, Hillary Franz, will be on the show to talk about forestry issues. The show airs Thursday at 9 p.m., and here's a taste of what you'll see.
Hello, everyone. So, I know you're all familiar with like Axe body spray and male beauty products, but there is more to Axe than just beauty products. In fact, there's a national TV show, Axemen, that airs this Thursday, 9 p.m. on the History Channel, and yours truly is going to be on it. Along with Jason Reigard, one of our local foresters, we're going to be telling the story of Washington State's forestry and our local economies. Look forward to seeing you on it. Thanks.
And remember, if you have a video of the day you'd like to see on the NCWLIFE Evening News, message us on our Facebook page at the NCWLIFE channel. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-NCWL. That's 888-6295. Also, keep it right here on the NCWLIFE channel tomorrow morning for Wake Up Wenatchee Valley with your host, Dan Kuntz. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us, and have a great night.
NCWLIFE channel is your home for local news, local weather, and events including live local high school sports. Watch inspiring local shows featuring local people. Don't miss Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Let's learn. Guada TV. Street Talk and other stuff. The 12th District. Life with Lisa. And the Arbiter of Stoke. NCWLIFE channel is your local TV station.
Only one one dealership in Wenatchee has Motor Trend's SUV of the Year and Truck of the Year. That's right, Town Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram has the all-new Jeep Wrangler and the all-new Ram 1500 pickup. Or get the best of both worlds in the new Jeep Gladiator. Visit Town Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram today for more information on these award winners and see why there's no reason to leave town to buy your next vehicle.
Hi, I'm Darcy Christofferson, Administrator of the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival, and you are watching the NCWLIFE channel.